Ladies and gentlemen, it's your man Jelani JB Bodie, host of this thing called The Wait a Minute Show, and we are back in the building once again, coming to you Wednesday night, like we always do at this time, and we are going to talk about sports, like we always do. It is me, it is you, it is us, it is everyone. Let's start the show.
Blood up on the wall, can you see it? As the people fall from an AK-47, spraying down the hall. Oh, this screaming, this act is so inhuman. This must be living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. My things won't die, so man, won't die, so man. Your dreams, my things won't die, so man. Why would you wanna be right when what's wrong is what's right? In my darkness is light, I have you shining so bright. I give you power and hoes, flashy cars and the clothes, couple pounds of this strong. If you want it, let's go, let's get this money. Money, I see you looking at the money. Money, you bowing down to this money. Money, you're doing something strange for the piece of change. We're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living. All I see is bloodthirsty politicians, oops, I'm in vampires. Oops, I'm in vampires. Oops, I'm in vampires. Zombies and ghouls who are ruled by desire. In a world that's burning up with hellfire. Back to scene one, where the damage was done. You need to look in this mirror. Who are you running from? What have you done? Da 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 da. What have you done? Da 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 da. Can't wipe the blood off your hands. Smear it off if you can. Can't escape from the truth. Deep within lies of proof. The evidence is off the meter. Oh, you're as guilty as your leader. Oh. We're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. Oh, yeah. If you can see what I see, yeah, we're living in a nightmare. We are living in a nightmare.
It's the Wait a Minute Show.
This is a podcast.
It's the Wait a Minute Show.
Hold up. Wait a
minute show. JB Bodie, that's my bro. Wait a minute show. My man Pan is on the low. Wait a minute show. JB Bodie, that's my bro. Wait a minute show. My man Pan is on the low. Coming straight out of Flint, Michigan. JB Bodie is him again. 2 times Wednesday, Saturday. Show make you wanna sing Donny Hathaway. Facebook Live, Spreaker.com. It's the Wait a Minute Show, fam, and we drop bombs as we proceed. Just tune in, no need to take a feed. Hanging with the Stews. JB, that's my dude. And I don't mean to be rude, but these other shows lame like eating prunes. Facebook got you tweaking. Speakers, eardrums bleeding. JB got what you need. My man Lopez saying yes indeed. Go to thewaitaminuteshow.com to follow all episodes.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is up? It is your man, Jelani JB Bodie, host of this thing called The Wait a Minute Show, and we are back in the building once again, coming to you Wednesday night, hump night, and I am going to give you your sports fix. So welcome. How should we start this off? Should we do it like we normally do it, or should we go off the rail a little bit and do it a little bit different? I don't know. I'm a little lost, but since I am, how about we just stick with what we've been doing and just do it that way? So, ladies and gentlemen, it is me, but also here on the show, The Wait a Minute Show, that is coming to you from the ATL in the Lions Den Studios. Yes, your boy is back in the ATL. Once again, I am off the road, but it is not only me, it is he. And he would be him, and him would be the L, the O, the P, the A, and the N. Lopan is in the building. Yes, so Lopan is here with me as we talk to you about sports. Today's title is NBA, NBA, NBA. So we got a lot of NBA talk that we're going to get out into the airwaves, but also we're going to touch a little bit on football. The NFL training camp is on its way, so we're going to have a little discussion. You know, we normally start it up around about this time. Maybe we're a little bit early, but it doesn't matter. You know, right now, things are slow in the sports world. People are trying to find every sports story they can. And, you know, they're just talking about crazy stuff. We're not going to dive off into, you know, just crazy stuff. We're a little crazy, but not real crazy stuff. But we will talk about divisions. So I've done this the last 2 years. I talk about each division, where they will place, or, you know, what I like, what I don't like, where I see, what I foresee, you know, and all that stuff. And I give you my humble opinion on how divisions will break down this year. And we're going to start off in the AFC East. So if you have a team in the AFC East, you do not want to miss this as we cover your team. But before we go any further and we get into the first topic, I will be remiss if I do not mention October 18th, 19th, and the 20th. It is going down TDSS 5, which is the Doug Stewart Show 5 annual event that we have here in the ATL. Also, X Squad Radio Network will be there, and it will be a good time to meet all of your podcasters that you listen to, just like you listened to before. And if you haven't, you need to go back, but listen to Tori Grace, Women Crush Wednesday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right before I come on. So you get to meet people like Tori, you get to meet the people like Keith, you get to meet the people like me, JB Bodie. So if you really want to meet me and you want to possibly meet Lopan, then you need to get on down to the ATL and get to TDSS 5. That's all I'm going to say about that. And I'm going to move on. So, what else we got going on? Oh, let me just update you a little bit what's been going on in my world. So, this past Saturday, we did not have a show. And the reason that we didn't have a show, because, again, your boy was on the road and I was in Orlando. And for the 4th of July weekend, basically, and I went to one of the most dangerous places on earth. And I know you're thinking like, wait, what are you talking about? You went to Orlando. What's so dangerous about that? I'm going to tell you what's dangerous about that, America. That is there's a certain little person there with some ears, a little tail, and a little smile that likes to go, ha ha. Yeah, ha ha. Yeah, I took the kid, me and the wife, took the kid down to Disney World, man. And no, not that Disney World. I know you done heard about that, but that's not that Disney World. But we went down there, took her to, what was it, Animal Kingdom, had a good time, went to some other places around Orlando, got to see the fireworks, but family had a real good time down there. And that is why your man did not come on Saturdays on the waitaminuteshow.com. So hopefully you guys will understand that and let me get away with it. So now that that's out the way, like I said, we're going to talk NBA news. We're going to talk about LeBron. We're going to talk about the NBA landscape. We're going to talk about Russ, all that stuff, and a few other things in the NFL. So bear with me and let's enjoy this ride that we're about to be on. So first off, that I really want to talk about that was on the docket for the show is Russell Westbrook. So we already know which last week, the whole thing about Kawhi and the trade for PG and all this stuff. So the Oklahoma City Thunder is in rebuild mode. After you make those moves and then you follow it up by trading Jerry Grant to the Nuggets, you basically have told the fans and anyone else that we are starting over. And I know Russell Westbrook, after he heard the news that PG was going to be gone, I'm sure he probably went straight over to whatever TV he had, probably looked and just make sure it was official or checked his phone or something like that. And he was just waiting for it to be official. And he said, I'm out. And then now Russell Westbrook is supposedly supposed to be up for trade, which I do believe that he will be traded at some point, and I think he needs to be traded before the season starts. It only makes sense to do something like that. You have already, like I said before, you have already told your fan base that you are starting over from get-go. And what does this mean for Russell Westbrook? Well, I'll tell you what it means. It means that there are going to be some suitors out there for Russell Westbrook, and they're going to want his services. But also, you got to think that OKC, since they're starting over, they're going to want something in return that can help them build for the future. And now remember, Sam Presti, he built this team. Remember, originally they were in Seattle and they were the Supersonics, and he built this team by drafting one, Kevin Durant, and then he also drafted Russ, and he also drafted James Harden along with some other key guys that have played for the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they got to the NBA Finals. So I'm sure they are looking at it as, we've done it before, we're going to do it again, we're going to build a team, we're going to do it the right way, we're going to make sure we get some high draft picks, we're going to make sure we get some quality basketball players, we're going to add them with veterans, and then we're going to do this thing and rebuild it right. So at this point, what does that mean for Russell Westbrook? And like I said before, it means he's going to get traded, but where would Russell Westbrook end up? So there are a few places that people are throwing out there as possible landing spots for Russell Westbrook. And odds are, and these are odd makers that are putting these numbers out there, is that the Miami Heat right now are the best or the most likely team that Russell Westbrook will end up at. So, and there's more teams. There's the Knicks, the Pistons, and they even got the Thunder as far as like he would stay, but I don't think he's going to stay at all, or they're going to keep him there. I don't think he wants to be there at this point. And the Bulls, Rockets, Timberwolves, they all have been mentioned as possible suitors for Russell Westbrook. Now, I think this really breaks down to or boils down to three teams on this list that they're having as possible places that Russell Westbrook can end up. And the first place is the Miami Heat. So I would like this pairing, him and Jimmy Butler. We get another duo. And if you've been following me on social media, I put out, the post of, Kawhi, PG, LeBron, AD, Steph, Clay, Embiid, Simmons, Giannis, Middleton. It breathes NBA jams all over the place. You know, you got these duels players.